Here we go.
So, you guys are exploring. You two, Ignatius and Atmos, there is, you've heard rumors of a technological outpost in these parts, even though it's pretty deep in magic territory. You've brought along Nolva. So yeah, there were rumors of a technological outpost near Sky Hill. You brought Nolva along to guide you, since you have been acquainted with Nolva, and she knows this place pretty well. But yeah, you guys are trekking to this outpost.
All right.
Atmos is basically frothing at the mouth. Be there.
Technology.
Yes.
Yes, you've so yeah, Atmos, you are interested because you heard rumors that because they're in magical territory, they're using some magitech, which is normally something they don't do.
Which is heresy.
Yes, you think that they've been harvesting magitech and keeping it on the down low.
We got to give Sky Hill a second microwave.
Yeah.
Needs it.
You guys are kind of around the entrance to this cave. As you guys enter, you can see kind of metal is built into the walls, kind of leading you deeper into the cave. And
Hey, this wall was pretty metal. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That was terrible.
This was in that was in character, but I almost said that.
Oh, that's even better that it's in character.
Well done.
Go ahead.
All right, sorry.
Thank you, Iggy.
So you guys walk in, and as you continue walking, it deeper into this cave, it gets to a point where it opens to this huge cave, like cavernous, like a big. It's like very, very large. You can't see the back of it. Very large cave with like all sorts of almost like buildings, entire buildings in this place. It's super high tech, super shiny. All of it. It's weird that it's shiny because it, was supposed to be abandoned. But there's like buildings and machines and the lights are still on. It's like a little town under this cave, and you can't see any people. It seems to be completely.
I wonder who's keeping this stuff maintained. Looks rather well kept.
It seems to be very just kind of sustain this outpost kind of tech.
Okay, so this is like, it's like I'm guessing there's some sort of cleaning system going on here, some sort of maintaining system that's kept and maintained, or there's some people coming in who are keeping it maintained. I don't know which one I prefer, because if it's a cleaning system, they're gonna see us as intruders. So we need to run in, investigate, and run out quickly.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Sounds good, but are we sure that there's even a threat of anyone coming? This looks like it's pretty self-sustaining. Why would they even need to be here?
Maybe it's
Well,
like, hey, Nola.
Yeah. What's up?
So, is this like a historical monument? Because maybe that's why it's well maintained. This is like
all I know
a
is
national
that
landmark somewhere.
all I know is that we're not. Well, we were told not to really come around here. Most people tend to keep their distance,
Oh boy.
probably for some reason or another.
All right, let's go exploring.
Alright. So you guys just head into this city.
Mhm.
If you keep your senses, you can see on one of these buildings, like on the side of it, there's just a robot, like a very boxy, like very traditional robot
Oh,
with like the claw hands and the antenna, and it's just wiping one of these windows.
Love him, guys. See that?
There seems to be a creature on that window.
That looks like a robot.
Do you think we can interact with it?
Yes. Is there? So it's on top of a roof, right?
It's like on the side. It's like got suction cups.
Oh.
See? And so instead of like a traditional window wash device, it's just climb. It is just
A robot. Robot.
as Atmos yells. It turns its head 360 or 180, and looks at you.
Oh,
Secondary objective canceled. Primary objective kill all organics. And then
I
it
knew it.
Not
jumps
good.
down.
I knew it.
It's got little rocket boosters. But it kind of alert, calling reinforcements. As it climbs down or it jumps down. It's got little rocket boosters that it uses to cushion its fall, and it starts running towards you guys.
This is unfortunate.
Reinforcement. That's bad. Run.
So you find kind of a nook in one of these buildings. You kind of like in an alleyway, and you move everyone there. But before you can just stand there, you have to deal with this robot who's already seen you. So precision shot with the crystal. So yeah, the steam almost like takes it off target, but you manage to aim accurately enough that it still hits like right at the top in between these antennae, and it like the head spins like reconnecting.
As soon as it gets prone, Ignatius is gonna run out and stick a tendril through it.
All right, yeah, you just skewer this thing, and then you guys are in your hidey hole.
alright.
You can kind of hear scuttling around. You can kind of hear alarms, but they aren't super close.
Okay, so in order of operations,
I'm gonna steal some of this real quick.
we should probably climb to get a higher vantage point.
Let's get out of here.
So you kind of rush into one of these buildings and try to find some stairs. Yeah, you go in. It seems to be like an office building. There's like some technobabble on the walls. There's numbers going around. These keyboards are super dusty, though. It doesn't seem like any people have actually used them in a while, but they seem to still be running. All right, so you guys head up to the roof. You can kind of get a vantage point. You can kind of see there are alarm bots going through the streets now. So instead of an antenna, they've got a siren, but they haven't spotted you on the roof.
Okay. Is our plan run and take what we have, or destroy the hive leader or whatever?
Well, how do we know they even have a leader?
And what if my eye is here? We can't just leave.
That's fair.
As you kind of look around, you can see it kind of all leads to the center location of like the biggest, tallest building with big satellites on it. You can kind of guess that that's main hub of operations.
If my eye is anywhere, it's there. We should get to that building in the middle.
That's also
Sure.
definitely where the robots are controlled from. So I guess
That's a
yes,
good idea.
if we eliminate that place, we have free reign to explore.
So what's your plan to
We
get
have
there?
to.
How about a distraction? Do you have some kind of bomb, Atmos? Or Nova?
No bombs on me.
As you
Let's
guys are
see.
kind of pondering, through these streets, you can kind of see one of these robots that you're watching, like the one nearest to you. All of a sudden it goes, enemy detected, and then whoosh, there's a super fast, seems to be higher tech robot. It's kind of sleeker. It's
Whoa.
still, like, it's got rounder edges as it kind of cuts through it, and then it's in half. And you can hear it. Destroy all robots.
What? What?
It seems as though the distraction has come. Let us go.
Starts
Wow,
walking the streets.
That's a
Alright.
distraction.
Yeah.
We
Did you
make
do
our way.
this? Atmos, did you do this?
No.
Oh my star.
I had a distraction in play. I had a plan for distraction.
Yeah. So you
Alright.
guys, you run down. Yeah. You guys quickly
Yeah.
run through
You
these
probably-
streets. You can see that there's a battle going on kind of near the center. You guys start approaching the building from the side. You can see still at the front. This robot's now battling like 3 of these alarm bots, but it's having a bit of difficulty. It's just got like one hand blade that it's using.
Oh,
Seem to...
so if this is the center of operations, we get rid of the center of operations. That guy won't have anything to worry about, or he dies.
I don't want that to happen.
It's nothing on
Don't
me.
name him. Don't name him. Don't get attached to him.
Alright,
Okay,
well,
what's
let's see if we can go turn them off.
You guys just head in quick, but as you approach, you can see it has defenses. There's like a big gun, a big turret that's near it. It doesn't look friendly. You're gonna have to do something about this.
Is there a little robot in it, or is it like that's just a turret and it just shoots? Or let's see.
It's a turret.
We gotta break the turret, guys. I want to pull out like a piston, and I'm like, okay, theory. If I take this little pneumatic piston, fill it to the brim with gas, steam, I mean, can't say gas, and I just throw it at the turret. When it hits, it'll force like the piston spike to go through, and in theory, pierce the turret to an extent to which it's damaged, so it can't do its job.
How about you throw the piston near the turret? When the piston pops, it makes a very large noise, and the turret focuses on the piston as we run inside.
One as well.
Oh, good idea.
So you
There's a process. I have to tap the magic from the backpack with the backpack. Then I have to turn it to steam. Then I have to fill the steam with a little gauge in my backpack into the piston. I just yeet it.
right goes
Yeah.
ting 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 poof, and it starts pow 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 pow, starts firing, and you guys run in. So yeah, all of you are kind of like, none of you are very fast. So as you guys are running, Nova kind of trips on one of these, on like a stray bit of metal, and all of you kind of have to go back and help her. But this is not fast enough, and the turret points at you guys and starts firing, kind of boom, 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 starts going at you. You've got kind of scratches, gashes, but you guys have a shot. You're currently being shot at, and you were shot.
Makes a little baby squeal. It's like, ow.
Can Ignatius like lunge one of his arms or like a tendril out of himself, cut it off, and then the tendril would liquefy and coat the gun, maybe confusing its electronics a little bit. It would do a little damage to himself to get enough liquid out to cook the gun.
So yeah, you splooge yourself onto the gun.
Splooge.
It does confuse it quite a bit. It kind of starts spinning around, and you guys are able to get yourself inside. You guys get to take a breath as you enter this building. It's very bright.
That was too close.
Not feeling too hot.
You can still hear the battle outside of the robots. So you guys look around in this building. The center seems to be like a pillar that is covered in wires, and there's like a spiral stairway going up it.
Let's make our way up the pillar for now. Worst comes to worst, we can just bonsai the pillar, or make our way up the stairs. Worst comes to worst, we can just bonsai the pillar on our way home. On our way back.
You can kind of hear like more alarms than there were before. Yeah, so you make your way up. On the second floor, there's like the biggest screen of them all. Like an entire side of the pillar is just a screen that has lots of dials and doohickeys. And then you go up another floor, and then this appears to be like a server area. It's got lots of
Is there like
towers attached to the central system. This is the 3rd floor. There's like 1 floor more. This very last floor seems to be like operations for the satellite dishes and stuff to send and receive signals. There's like desks, like where people would actually be to operate this thing.
Looks like this is our place.
Yeah, Atmos is just like has one of these servers open and is just like looking through it.
He has like a little thermometer. He stacked a potato with it, and he hooked it up to, and he hooked off the server thing up to his potato, and he's measuring heats.
I'm pretty sure the room above this is used to send signals, presumably to the robots below. If we want to disable them, that's where we need to be.
Oh, cool. And then he takes up the potato, but then drops it because it's really hot. He leaves the potato behind.
So, how do we turn them off?
Well, they have to be power, so if you identify power, we win. So I'm guessing we can't just go into here and destroy everything.
Go to the roof and start breaking these satellites.
Let's push a satellite like off the roof.
Yeah, let's push it off.
So you cut one of these wires because the satellite's attached to the building. So you cut some of the wires and push it off. You can watch it as it shatters. And these robots, they just kind of seem to be confused. They're like you can hear even from the top of this building like error, reconnecting, but they don't seem to stop. Like they seem confused. The rotund robot kind of sprints away in the confusion as well. You can watch it kind of going through the building.
I want to pull up the robot and I want to break it open to see what powers it.
You can kind of figure out it's got a battery, so there's obviously some sort of recharge station somewhere.
All right, so these guys, if they, in theory, since we destroyed the server thing, they're still doing their thing. So that means, in theory, they'll also go to the recharge station. Because that function is kind of built into them, I'm guessing. So, we destroy the recharge station, we starve the population of power. And then they all die. Wow, that's dark.
Awfully morbid.
Yeah.
Can you tell how long their battery life is?
It's like 12 hours. You don't know how long these robots have been active for.
I want to pick my magic chopping backpack, and I want to be like, where's the strongest source of magic in the area? In case they're using that to power it.
The strongest source of magic in the area is... It's weird because it moves around. So you're trying to locate it, and it's moving around. And you can kind of see, finally, as you're trying to...
The rotund robot?
It's the rotund robot.
There you go. Okay.
As it's on a roof, you can kind of see it's obviously pointing towards it.
That's cool.
Do you think we should try to get its attention?
Yeah.
I think so. I think that's the next step. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have found my eye, so we should maybe try and focus on getting out of here. I don't know what else seems to be here other than computers and wires and mechanical things.
I like the idea of robot revolution, though.
Oh, they're kind of out of people to revolt against.
You can
They just
kind of see this rotund robot is kind of brooding on the roof of one of these buildings. It's got like it's looking down on the robots that are like they are operational, but they seem to be like bumping into each other. They're not doing super well. But there's kind of too many for one rotund robot to fight.
Anyway, do you think we should get the round one? Do you think we should get its attention?
Yes.
Can we just like wave at the rotund robot?
We can make it come to us. And I pull out a big steam canister and I like just shoots them up with like a really high sound or loud sounds.
So Nova's waving, and then you just come up and there's whoosh, and it looks over.
Ignatius gets scared.
It looks over and then runs into the building, and it seems to be running towards you guys. And it finally gets back. It gets up. You can hear it go kunk, 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 as it climbs up the stairs. You can see it now in the flesh, in the metal. One of its arms is like almost an airplane wing blade, like it's pretty thick as a blade, and the other one is like a much more advanced arm than these other robots have. It's got like fingers, Hello.
Magic robot.
Hello.
What
Are
is your
you-
purpose here?
My protocol is to kill all robots. I have been sent here to try and rid this place of robots, but it keeps producing them. It continues operation even though no operators are here.
Well, we kind of broke their brain, per se.
You have
So
gotten rid of this.
I feel like we can just starve them of power, or unless they have a recharge station, unless they have a built-in recharge station function.
Well, they would have to manually receive information. Their protocol is to go plug into the central system if the wireless system is ever unoperational. So it's only a matter of time before they head
Oh,
into
I
this
see.
location.
So what's your name?
I am ARR, anti-robot robot.
I like it.
You're magic, aren't you? And he pulls out his backpack and is like, this is magic.
I am
Magic.
slightly magic. I have a temporary sentience module built into my system that allows me to make complicated decisions without becoming self-aware.
Wow.
Anti-robot robot. Who sent you here?
I was sent by operators in the in a nearby. Perhaps I should not reveal information.
So you just traveled here on the ground. What was the situation down there? Did the robots constantly try and attack you and they just couldn't hit you, or were
Yes,
you too fast for them?
I dodged some of their attacks, but they are attempting to reconnect. Eventually that will time out, and they will try to reach a wired connection in T-minus 1 minute.
Uh-oh. Okay.
We gotta go. So we need to destroy the central control system.
Yes. We would need to destroy the power generators, which are on the other side of this location. They use geothermal. We could disconnect the wires and it would shut the whole thing down.
Is there any way that you can just kind of swing your sword around and cut a path that we can run down to get to this building as fast as possible? As we're saying this, we're starting to make our way down the spiral stairs.
I will
Alright.
attempt to defend you as you shut down this plant. You guys bust out of there. You start running. They haven't noticed you yet. They're still attempting to reconnect, and so you guys manage to make your way to the geothermal plant. But as you approach it, you can kind of see it's this big, thick building. It's got the main thing that you guys are worried about is it's got a huge, like, thick wire. It's like 4 feet, like, in diameter. That's running out of this system and into the ground, and is powering everything.
I have an idea.
What's your idea?
Can
Atmos,
you treat the metal? Yeah.
grab onto my robe and then run on the other side of that pipe. Or
On it.
wire.
And he does it with no second thought.
All right.
Yeah, so before he was like 4 feet tall, but at this point, like limbs and stuff start rising up out of the cloak, and he starts rising, and his figure grows massively. He's very long. He's at this point he's about 10 feet tall. He's extremely large.
Whoa.
He looks very manic. You can now see his entire body because his robes wouldn't conceal it anymore. His eye socket
my God.
is missing a pupil. It's like a deep gold. He's bright red and black. He's very shiny. He's not metal. It's some other kind of material. You don't really know what it is. And he just kind of goes like, "Who touched me?" And then he looks in the direction of Atmos and just kind of lunges at him.
Mm-hmm.
And his arms are extremely long, and he would, on his way to Atmos, try and slice through the wire.
Yeah, you just start, like, frenzied slicing through this wire as he's on the other side. It actually takes you, it's still very strong. It takes you, like, It's taken you a good minute, and in the meantime, R is going to... We have combatants approaching. As kind of enemies, 3 of these robots kind of emerge from the alleyways, ready to defend their plant. As R starts fighting one of them and is clashing with it, it seems to be winning, but there are still 2 more that need to be dealt with. You can kind of hear that ting 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 as Ignatius is tearing through this wire.
So I'll make my arm like a blade and try and like cut through one of the robots.
So you slice through one of these, you hold out your arm, prepare to block. One of these buzzsaws comes down on your arm, kind of knocks some shards off, but you manage to hold it off as Ignatius finally reaches Atmos, cuts through the wire. What does he do when he reaches Atmos?
He starts stabbing at Atmos. Atmos is gonna need to run away.
So you are running away. He's about to reach you, and you reach to activate your steam, but it's clogged. Something's wrong. There isn't enough magic in the area. As Ignatius manages to cut you.
So yeah, I'll do that. So while R grabs Atmos, I'll make like a shield arm.
Affirmative. And it runs to try to grab Atmos. It manages to just like baseball slide underneath Ignatius's long legs and grab Atmos and kind of zip back to Nova.
Whoa, that was...
I have acquired the organic, but your friend is... and then Ignatius makes his way.
Weird monster sound.
He's still manically attacking the shield, but you manage to just about hold out for long enough as the blows start to slow, and then...
Yeah, he begins to his red skin begins to darken from a bright red to more of a deep red. He slowly bends his knees and his arms, kind of makes a little ball as his robes drape back over him, and then he slowly sinks back into his former self and just kind of he just kind of recedes. And the first thing he says is, "I apologize that you had to see that."
Oh, geez.
No
Man,
worries.
what got into you there?
I can't really control it, but it seems as though the wire is cut. Did I hurt anyone by chance?
It's chill, and then Atmos is over there with his mind energy. Like, don't worry about it. And then he asks, "You want to ask?"
Well, I got to flex my arm a little, but yeah. Well, no one really got hurt, so...
Are the robots still here?
We have dealt with the ones that are close, but there might be more approaching. We do need to leave quickly.
Boy.
They have some battery remaining. It would be a good idea to go out in the open.
Right. Let's get out of here.
The geothermal plant is relatively close to the exit. You guys just make your way out with R. Thanks for your assistance, organics and magical being. It was greatly appreciated. I will see to it that your images will be sent to my operators as great assistance to our cause.
Yes,
thank
but
you.
Thank you, but who exactly are your operators?
Yeah.
That is of no matter. They simply want to retake this operating area. It is of no consequence what happens to me. But there is one last robot I must eliminate. And it holds its blade up to its own head and then chink, just falls to the floor.